Hello, you. Welcome to Geekism, and welcome back to Uzuri Gardens. It feels like an age since we've been here, Mass Bandit.
It has. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't do the half episode like I said I was going to.
No, well, we were going to see if we can squeeze a little one out last week, weren't we? Pardon the expression.
No, I didn't.
But yeah, well, do you know what I was saying before? It's one of those useful things sometimes with the collaboration is that if one of you's kind of swamped or whatever, the other person can take it a bit. But we both had some on last week. We both had
very busy real life. Yep.
Yeah.
Very. Yeah.
So
I'm just glad mine's over with. So now that mine's over with, I can dedicate more time to playing games.
The important stuff. My big problem was that I'd scheduled, because I knew I was away for 5 days, so I'd scheduled 3 days before the 5 days purely to just get on top of YouTube, get some stuff pre-recorded and everything. And then I was ill for the 3 days. I just had nothing crazy. Just had a bad cold, but I was just coughing my guts up basically. I couldn't record anything, so I ended up with like a week without content. And oh god, you want to see those lines on the YouTube? You know, the backstage.
Mine are always inverted. Mine are always way down there.
I was doing well because I had a really nice push off Anno, so I was riding this little wave, and then this last week it just went no, just like crashed out. So never mind, so we'll pick it back up again. Anyway, we're here today. We're working on Uzuri Gardens. So I feel like I got quite a bit of playtime this week, but haven't got that much to show for it. If that makes sense.
No, I understand what you're saying, but like, you know, I think what you're doing here is it's time consuming, and so it feels like you don't have a lot to show, but the results I think are going to be well worth it.
It's a lot of like little bits. Like the time lapse you're watching here is having a go at the Stingray pool. So it was which you started.
Yeah, sure, we'll say that. Yeah, I gave it the old college try ish.
So I went and found a PDF and read up. And actually, I'll be honest with you, a lot of this comes from an incredible fan of both our channels called Pasu, or his Twitter handle is Pasu, who works at a stingray feeding pool in a zoo. Yeah, and he was like, he said, "I'll get you. Tell me what you need. What do you want? I'll go and rip it out of the ground for you if you want." And I was like, "No, don't go that far." So he went into work and got loads of photos and sent an awesome Google Drive full of photos across and annotated each photo and described what it was and why it looked this way and why it did this and like it was incredible, really useful stuff. Unfortunately, this is the first time I've had to kind of compromise a little with the exhibit because of the game. Yeah. And it's mostly because of how the water works.
Yeah, we struggled with this. That was my big... Like you said, you felt like you got nothing done. And in the last episode I had, same thing. Like, that's why the Stingray pool ended up just kind of being there. Because it's like I had spent so much time, and I'm like, I feel like I got nothing done. I want to have something there. And you have to just... where are you going to compromise, I think, is what it is. Because...
Well, that's it, because with the water, if you want the in-game real water, for want of a better word, you've got to have like really thick borders around it to get it to work, and then it didn't really look like people could actually reach over and stroke the fish. So at some point you have to kind of make a compromise. So using these, I think it's a fountain base.
Yeah, it's the fountain base, pirate fountain base, I think.
Yeah, so using that, you're limited in the size and the shape of it, obviously, and also the depth as well. The stingrays clip a little into them, but you do get this nice sort of thin border and the silhouette, for want of a better word, of it. I think actually looks pretty. Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Pretty excellent. Right. I think it's really good.
So the layout of it and the style of it is a little bit based on the pictures that Pasu sent. Although his theming was quite low. There's not a very high level of theming, pretty much, and it was completely undercover as well. It was almost in a building with just sort of open sides. So the design and the theming of this is taken mostly from SeaWorld. They have a really great stingray pool.
Is this the one in Orlando?
Sorry, SeaWorld Orlando, and they have these really nice sort of cloth banners that come over the top, which I don't think are in the time lapse, but we'll have a look at them in a moment.
No, it's pretty.
That was the big thing
pretty short. Sorry? I'll say a pretty short time lapse today, actually.
Yeah, it is today. Yeah, it's going to mostly be real time afterwards. Purely because I was just saying this off camera. I'm finding myself working better when I know I'm not being watched.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
No,
I think
totally
briefly
understand.
mentioned this before. I'm finding that if I just put some music on or put a podcast on or some other Blanco video or whatever, and just kind of I can pause for a bit and take a good look around and. Not be aware that this will look boring on a time lapse.
So no, I completely understand and agree.
So you might find that as it goes on, it shifts to more of this sort of a few minutes of time lapse because I know people want to see technique, and that's kind of what you get in with the time lapse, isn't it? People want to see the actual
how you
parts
did what you
down.
did,
yeah. But I actually find that I'm making better stuff. When I know that I'm not... this is probably making you cry, this, because I know you're not a fan of using multiple buildings, but like every single...
No, there's no way to do what you did without. I'm fine. I am fine with it. It doesn't bother. I'm getting better with it.
There is, somebody put on Bronation, there is a way of getting them onto the same building.
I have no idea. I haven't even
it's a bit janky, and I don't really know why you'd need to, because, once they're down, they're down. But there is a way of sort of putting off-grid pieces onto the same building. But we're doing a curve here, and there ain't really another way of doing a curve. Anyway, that's pretty much the time lapse. There is a lot more done though, so let's jump into the real time and have a look.
This entrance.
Okay, look at it. Right, we're right at the entrance, but we have to walk through it because it's so good. Although I haven't done anything in it, I don't think. Oh, I think I added those vines.
Oh, look at those vines. Those are badass.
Let's just take those in for a moment. Oh, and those wanted posters. Yeah, there was quite a big sort of swathe of just blank space there. And what we spoke about this before. One thing about this style is there isn't
right.
a gap.
There's
anywhere,
someone on Bronation. I think it's Mr. MR posted some images of his adventure park. And
yeah, it's really good.
Holy cow! I'm gonna be ripping him off quite a bit.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, there's no space. You can't have space, so there's got to be something everywhere. So we've kind of filled those in a little bit. Before we get up to the finished manta ray, we'll go over a few other little bits and bobs I've done. So this area has been tidied up now with a fence and also a set up a little camera. Come and have your photo taken with the flamingos.
One thing that most zoos and theme parks have, where you're assaulted by employees taking your picture as soon as you walk in.
Yeah.
I think I gotta do that.
Yeah. So we throw those around everywhere, saying "Oh, hi, come and get your photo taken." It's mate, I've got a phone on me. Do you know what I mean? You're not needed anymore.
Well, we're zoo members. We're zoo members, and there's an entrance where it says no photos, and so if you go through there, they don't ask you to take your picture.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I could do with those. Yeah. Stuck a door on the edge of your building here to act as backstage. But nothing behind it just yet. So redid the bridge. I forgot this actually took a bit of time. Redid the bridge. This is now a stone bridge. So we moved away from the wood bridge that was there and made it a stone bridge, so it kind of matches the.
The pillars are still the same,
the pillars
right?
a bit. Yeah, the pillars are the same. It literally just got rid of the sort of wooden bridge I wasn't really happy with and made it a stone bridge. And given this little sort of outcrop here for you to come and have a look.
So much. Did you put fences underneath the bridge so the flamingos can't escape?
Yes, there are now
because there were so many people that were like,
there are now fences underneath the bridge. There you go.
There they are.
So you can't escape. Yeah. Talking of flamingos, you want to learn about flamingos? You can come and look at the. You come and look at the. You can come and get stuck on the wall there, and you can come and look at the board we've got.
I love that. I thought you just ripped that from a zoo, but you made that.
Yeah, that's just done in Photoshop. Yeah. Look at you. So we've got one for those, and one for the meerkats that have been moved.
Oh.
Pride of place to the front of because we had this large space that I always knew was going to be an animal, but I wasn't sure what it was. But ever since basically episode 2, really, I realised that I was a little off scale wise here. Not that it was too small for meerkats, but it was too small for meerkats in this zoo. So I've emptied this out, kept it because I think it's quite a nice little exhibit. But I think it'd be good for something like.
You meant
a porcupine
aardvark or
aardvark. Yeah, just like this one grumpy little thing.
The thing that just sleeps all day. You can never find it.
Yeah. It's just hidden up the back corner or something.
A porcupine hidden in the bush would be perfect.
Yeah, there you go. So there's nothing on the Theme Maker's Toolkit just yet that can work there. So we'll just say it's very well hidden for now until something along those lines pops up. And I totally get it. Like the people who are making animals, they're doing gorillas and tigers and all the cool stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, I'd love some crap animals.
Yeah,
as well,
dumpy
please.
filler animals, the ones you always waltz right by because who wants to look at them.
So that's there for them, but then here we've redone the Meerkat exhibit. Still there's a little bit of detail on the exterior here, but
you can add some more. We can gussy it up.
So we've got the sort of main viewing area here with some information. Did you know meerkats have been known to share their burrows with other animals such as squirrels?
I did not, but now I do.
Well, there you do.
I learned something today.
There you go. The more you know. We've got all these little things here. You can come in and see through little.
I really enjoy that glass. That's a great little detail. You could sit there, and I love that. That reminds me of Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the tigers or something. There was something in the Asia area where you looked through glass like that. I don't know. It's really struck me.
I think the idea is that you can look through and see, and it's almost like a little bit special if you spot one through. But then also from the animal's point of view, it's not so heavy
aggressive.
as like people all standing along here.
Right.
Know, so made sure that we've kept a few areas away from them.
It feels like the fence is a little higher there too. Is it? Or no?
I think it should be maybe a little, yeah.
Okay.
Come down
but that actually isn't bad. It's a little bit more comforting. It's for the animals then.
Yeah.
I guess. We'll go with that.
I guess. Cool.
We'll say
sounds
that
good to me.
Yep.
Okay, let's go all the way back down here. I'm running. I'm getting a sweat on. I'm not. I'm stopping. For some reason, I stopped there. I don't know why.
There was a much easier path, but.
Yes, there was, wasn't there? But we'd missed this bit.
Oh yeah,
I remember saying last episode that this would make a good character spot with the gate just there. So now it is a character spot. René LeFou is set up. With with a helper.
LeFou.
To come in again. Look at this. This is a pirate
canopy,
umbrella.
right? The umbrella, right?
Yeah. How
I
good
do
is
like
that?
it. I love the pieces. It's just I've never had a use for them.
Exactly, yeah. But I'm finding them all over again. You know,
it's been nice to actually go searching for themed pieces. So much of our Planet Coaster lives have been find me the most bland, non-themed thing.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Through here again, not much. We're just sort of like the basics of it. So it's basically just some. You'd already got the awesome planting here. Mm-hmm. So I've just given it.
No, but that's totally what I was. That's what if you didn't get to it, that's what I was going to do because you need the planters there to justify.
Just began the planting there. So from this side, it looks a bit dull.
Yep.
But from the other side, it's all sort of hidden behind the
whole point was you just don't want to see anything back there. So and I think
it looks proper jungly.
Yeah, I like that. I have to say I am still pretty proud of that.
Yeah, that's honestly some of the best work so far is that foliage. Again, all these little bits I think I've kind of done and messed with, and there was a tree here. Put one of those things down. Again, here I put the path back in.
That's awesome.
From when you moved it, it looks like nothing, but it took about an hour.
Because if there's one thing Planet Coaster is great at, it's the path tool.
Yeah, it's rough, man. So yeah, that's all that there, and then here we go with the finished man. I keep want to say manta rays. Manta rays are massive, aren't they?
They are very large.
Stingrays. Yeah. The Stingray area
Look
is
at this.
here in place. I'm really happy with how this has turned out.
Me too.
So, you come and get your hands washed before and after.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got lots of sinks. We've got some hand dryers there to dry yourself off with afterwards. Some of the sinks we placed a little lower for kiddies or wheelchair access.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of wheelchair access, the whole issue with ramps versus stairs, we do and have been thinking about ramps and stairs. Anywhere there's stairs, somewhere nearby there is a ramp. So if you were concerned,
somebody mentioned, didn't they? They said they saw the stairs and they were like, "Oh, make sure you think about wheelchair access." And we're like, "Oh yeah, we are.
we got it." But yeah, and it actually creates lots of areas for nice planters and gardens. Which, if it's named Uzuri Gardens.
Yeah, it gives you those little green spots that there's not really anything else you can do with, is there? So plant it up.
But anyway, back to these Stingrays.
Really well. Yeah, so we've got a little viewing, a little chat platform here. Little dude can come up and do a talk. He's got a little box there to keep his mic.
Is it sad that the box is one of my favorite details?
That's
one of my favorite parts. It's totally that's what it is.
I'm impressed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's cool.
And a little rope that he can unrope and step in and come out again. And you won't hear this, I don't think, because you don't have my game audio. But he does do a talk every out. There he is.
I don't hear it.
He does a little chat, but it's tour guide clips from the studios pack,
So it's
I
in
guess.
game? Yeah. So
It's in game Planko chatting gibberish about
Cool.
movie sets
yeah,
and stuff.
because you'll
but
need to send me the Flamingo audio because it asks me for it every time I open the park.
Sure. And also the billboards, because we've now
Oh
started
yeah,
with
now we've got
as well.
billboards. You're right, and look at those.
So one of the
Anyway.
one of the neat things that Pasu mentioned was that they had this little jetty across the water here for their talks, where they do their talks. But I already got this nice idea for a thing here. So I love the idea of a jetty. So it does work. Look, I mean, it
Look
won't
at
work.
that.
It won't work for people in game.
No, but for us it does.
Yeah, that's interesting. It works for us. Okay, so you can come up here and there's got this.
Oh, look at that view!
Are kept.
I really love this. This is so much better than my dinky version.
But I worked off that. That was yours. Yours was the stepping.
I did all the trials to see which way we were going to do.
Well, that's it. Yeah, somebody had to go through all the thing of making the water circles and all that sort of rubbish. So I've done these as well. Stingrays are related to sharks. But
I love that goofy
see,
stingray.
That sounds interesting. So you realise that we're related to sharks.
Everything's
like,
related to sharks.
Yeah.
Well, they're more related to sharks, I suppose.
I guess. Yeah.
They have no bones.
So, yeah, exactly. So yeah, these are just sort of facts I found on the internet and made a
It's so
banner out.
cute.
I kind of wanted to like this idea that it is all like shanty and run down and everything, but it is still a zoo, and they still need like colours to get kids interested and facts and stuff. So I kind of like the juxtaposition that kind of really sort of sticks out. As
I
a
do
bit
too, actually.
Bright and garish.
I think we need a sign of some kind, maybe hanging from the cover, the circular cover.
Oh,
like
right, okay.
Lewis
Saying
letters or
Stingray.
something. Yeah, Stingray Cove or whatever we're gonna call
that's
it.
a good idea. Yeah, along that would be quite good. Yeah, yeah.
I gotta
And
still
then
get
we
on
come
that sign
this
making.
way. Sure have. Oh, did you see that somebody's done the shield in
Yes,
the Themaker's Toolkit?
the Shaka, the Zulu shields. Yeah. Yeah, those are cool.
Let's have a look at that. Actually,
Yeah, we'll have to use those.
And then here we've got a. This is where you come and buy the food. This is the biggest con in the world. Come and pay us
to feed the animals.
Feed the animals that you've paid to come and see. Yeah, I think this is.
I never thought about it like that.
What a swizz! I think it's fantastic. You're paying them.
See, and I've
to
been
take foods off them.
I've been so excited to feed the giraffes at our local zoo, and we haven't done it yet. Now I realize it's a total scam.
I'm into it because you get like a cool interaction with the animals, but still, if you think about it, you're paying them to
do their job.
Let them do your job
On top of what you've already paid for them to do. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
So we've got a little spot there for stingrays to get the food, the little sort of trays of shrimp. This is quite neat. This food sign, it's a pirate food sign. It's been in the game since beta, but you can add the little signs and sync them, so it now says Stingray food available here.
I like that.
Again, just these sort of pieces that I've never
ever
used before,
used. Right? No.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you
get them
use
put
the
in.
base. Is that the same fencing type? The ropes there, the same stuff that you used to have on the bridge? Because I like it here.
So,
it looks really nice.
Yeah,
here.
put that across. Yeah, as a kind of fit this area really.
Yep.
And also just to get away from the in-game fences a little as well.
Yep.
Try and vary it up a little bit. And then that's kind of where I ended. I was hoping to get this next bit done as well, which I would like to be an aquarium, an indoor aquarium. So probably just the facade and maybe a little bit of a lobby. With a couple of tanks in, just so we can, kind of get the most out of some of the aquatic plants, and there are a few fish on the workshop and stuff as well. So I'd like to do a little bit of a lobby. Unfortunately, I just ran out of time. I'm going to come out of Tejid Counter, have a proper look at the area then. So that's kind of the plan, was to sort of box this off.
Sure.
Maybe
I think that'll be good.
Have this as an island with a bit of a backstage for it.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. That'll work.
And then you've been working. You've been reading up on an animal?
I did. I've been PDFing too on an animal. An animal I never thought I would care enough to read a PDF about. But yeah, we're going to go that route. So that's where I'm going to be headed. Now, did you want to give your shark idea here for your aquarium?
So, right, it's the first time that we've come to odds, okay? It's the first time that me and Mast have disagreed.
That's a little strong.
But I
find this to be incredibly tacky.
Yeah. Oh, no. You're right. It is tacky. But I still think that as the doorway for an aquarium,
so goofy looking.
I think this would really work as the doorway of an aquarium. Like loads of like netting and stuff around it. Maybe even the one of the like shipwreck. Somewhere you got like shipwreck.
Oh yes.
Oh my God! Did you hear? Oh, you wouldn't have heard it. The noise that made when I put it down.
No.
Really crazy. You know, like, I'd even go like something, you know, like this, like put it.
So you're thinking super tacky, not very classy.
I'm thinking like super tacky, Jaws, smashing.
Since we're probably going to take the shark away from shark bait.
Yeah.
To appease.
Well, I don't know. It kind of.
Populace was split.
The populace was split. I think the biggest problem was that a lot of people thought I was trying to make out that it was a real shark. Like, the plan is always for it to have been a plastic shark. I wanted to know whether a plastic shark was still offensive.
Right,
in
poor taste, yeah.
In poor taste, yeah.
But anyway,
yeah,
so all you people out there, what do you want? Do you want
let us know.
Do you want your aquarium? Do you want to walk through a giant shark head to get in the aquarium? Is that a good idea? What do you think?
Well, it is a good idea.
Is it the idea that you want to see from us?
Yeah, we have said that we said off camera that we're quite happy to go with the consensus there. So yeah,
I will consent. I will relent if everyone thinks it's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it is a great idea. But there you go. I'll leave it there for now, just to kind of remind you.
There you go.
But yeah, again, like I say, I've had a good few hours in the park this week, but I don't feel like I've got that much. Oh, I started to box in the backstage here as well with the go away green.
Oh
buildings.
yeah, look at that. Okay.
Yeah, that's.
No, I don't.
And here and.
I don't think you haven't.
I always kind of think about what the thumbnail is, and I haven't done many choices for thumbnails this week.
Well, I don't think that means I think the details that you've added have really stepped up the vibe. Now it feels so much more like an animal park as opposed to just a highly themed thing with animals in it. Like it feels so much more cemented in this is an animal park where you're going to learn stuff. Like I think you've really solidified the areas that we already have. So I think that's great.
Okay, good. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So next week, back on your channel. Any plans?
Yeah, my plans are to do my first animal enclosure that doesn't suck. Because that Stingray exhibit was pretty pitiful. And it's going to go right where you're zooming in now. I think it's going to go over there. Yep. And then we will, I might take a crack at your aquarium. And that big open beach area there, whatever you're... that area there. That needs something. It needs something. At the very least, it needs some nice plantings.
Well, there's a few ways you can go. You can either keep it as a beach, fence it off, and like you say, just sort of plant it up a little bit. You could do another wading bird.
Yeah, that's I thought was like herons or.
Yeah, you could close it off, and you would just need a decent fence here. Pretty much everything else is set for you.
Yeah.
To have it as another wading bird, or we could get rid of it as a beach and have it, just as a bit of rock work with a like a high wall, more like this.
Mm-hmm.
Options are open there. I'm not happy with how it is.
Right.
But I know there's lots of things that can be done with it.
So but that's where I'm going to be heading.
And then I think the path then is probably going to come sort of like this way to kind of box the area off.
Okay.
And then here, let me do some painting. Like here, that's a really awful colour. Here is going to be
a treble clef.
Yeah. Oh no, I can do one of those. Hold on.
That's what it looks like to me.
I'll do a proper one. Hold on.
Can you?
I remember this. I went to music school.
Oh, you do it backwards. Look at you.
There you go. Oh, really? Would you go the other way?
Yeah,
like
I do like.
No.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So then over there's going to be a treble clef, and then next to it there's going to be a bass clef.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, but that's going to be a big mess of wood. We hope is what's going to go over there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
cool,
well then,
stuff.
Got my work cut out for me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for watching, folks. If you've enjoyed it, please give us a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you're not already and you'd like to see lots more creative gaming for grown-ups, don't forget to click subscribe. Of course, you need to be subscribed to Mass Bandit if you're not already. For the other half of this series, the even numbers are going to be over on his channel every other week. And loads of cool stuff as well. Parkitect.
Yeah. Just started that again for the 17th time.
Yeah, I enjoyed your 5th episode one again the other day. And
been playing a lot of Civ. Gathering Storm's been lots of fun.
Do you know what? It's just one that has always gone past me, that Civ. Never.
That's the first one.
Never really took my fancy as well. Oh, is this the first one for you?
Civ 6 is the first one I ever played. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I'm just bad at it.
I just watch you. That's enough for me. I get my fix. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, folks. Any comments, queries, suggestions, pop them in the comments. Let me know whether or not this is a fantastic, really great idea,
or not.
And if you don't think it is, then whatever. I'm not really interested. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.